Alrighty. Yeah, we might drop hard today, or we're gonna turn this around at these lows, like 600s. Alright, we're open. We are open. Let's be patient today. Wait for a good, nice looking setup. Choppy, choppy, choppy. We're gonna have to see them like actually go somewhere before I want to enter this. Basically set up the 15-minute opening range. Whoa. And put in some type of consolidation towards the top or bottom of it, or just outside of it with a retest into it, and then launch out of it. I just feel like going straight up, yeah, I don't know, going straight up is just weird. I mean, it could, but I was expecting them to sweep the lows first, like almost touch the 600, like 600 level. But I mean, 620s is close enough to that zone where they don't need it. I mean, that's a V. We could take that as a tight VWAP trade here. Where is that? VWAP's at 50s. Could try that VWAP bounce. Stop right below this candle. If they close above it, they're not going to, so never mind. Is my VWAP up to date on this chart? No. Now it should be. Maybe? Let me go further. Yeah, should be. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm just gonna wait. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait. Gonna wait. No point. Yep, here they go. I don't like that. I don't like that. Not that short. I mean, it might work, but ooh, there's no stop. There's no stop. Are they gonna take out the 5-minute ORB? It's hard to play this one. There's no, you don't have a good stop on this. And there they go, 5-minute taken. Man, I'm expecting them to go to the 600 level. That's what looks like a big old magnet on my screen. It depends if this is going to be a choppy day or if they're going to make a move today, you know? We'll have to see. But so far it's looking like a choppy day. I don't, there is a nice little, man, I need to stop yawning, but there's a nice little flag starting down here, but that's too hard to, I don't know if I like that because they haven't left the ranges yet. 300-point move down? It's like, bro, nobody knows. Bro, nobody knows. They know just as much as you do. I still think they want that 600 level before they go higher. Like 610s, whatever it is. God. 610s or something. That's what I'm thinking. But I seem to trade best waiting for the 15-minute opening range to set or just about set. Put in a flag, bull flag, bear flag at the top or bottom of the range for then a break through it, or break through if they don't flag it, flag back into the retest. I usually gotta wait for a flag that's right at the opening range or right outside of it with a retest of it or something like that. Those I can usually print pretty well, but if we stay inside the opening range, it's really difficult for me to make anything. I'll just sit there and lose the same trade 4 times. I'll get short, it'll stop me out. I'll get short again at almost the same level, it'll stop me out. I'll get short again, it'll stop me out. I'll get short again, it'll stop me out. Like, and then by that point, I've gone on tilt and sized up, and then the whole accounts are, all of the accounts are gone. I really gotta watch the 3 minute. If the 3 minute looks good, then I can print. If it looks bad, it's gonna throw me in the loop. Got 5 more minutes. Still think they're targeting those 600s. 610s to 600s at least before they bounce, if they try to bounce at all. This could just keep going down. Alright, print out a flag for the next 5 minutes. That'll be beautiful. For the next 5 minutes, you print a flag here. There's those lows. Whoa. So do we get a or a bear flag down here? Or is this just gonna reverse? No, that's the question. Or is it just gonna keep dropping? Oh. I mean, he's gonna get it. There's the 610s. Like I thought. There's the 600s. Wow. Said that this morning. Wow, 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 wow. Are they even gonna give me a flag, or are they just gonna keep going? Oh, that's so good. He's in logs over there at Top Step. Oh, Jesus. Playing longs from like the 680 or something. Alright, let's see if this just straight reverses or if we can get some type of play here. Wow, they're just straight reversing it. Not what I was expecting. So I don't know if I'm gonna get a trade today. Wow, wow, wow. Maybe we'll get one at the top of the range or something. I don't know. Wow, straight reversal, back off. Dude, what did I say? What did I say? They want the 600s before anything. Bank. Whoop, whoop. Straight up. I knew they wanted those 600s, bro. That was obvious. Now that 15 minute, looking fine, bro. This is looking like a good little flag here, but I don't want to touch. That stop is. Whoo. I mean, realistically, that stops the 700s, but God, it's a 50-point stop, bro. Now do they put in a flag? This will be cool if they put in a little flag up here, but I think they're just gonna go. Holy crap. Holy crap. 5 580 100. Wow, that's 220 points already, bro. 220 points in 3 minutes. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right, give me a little flag here. Give me a little flag here. Let me play. Let me play. Give me this bull flag. I want this. This looks like it could rip all the way up to the 887, 9, 940, 950. 950 is a good target. If anything, 25,000 is what they want. 25,000 is looking like a pretty good target. Okay, I like this little doji. Come on. Now keep it up here. Don't drop it out the sky. Just keep it up here for like 5 minutes. But we're gonna actually have to like close a couple candles right here. You can't break up, you can't break down. It's just gotta kind of close right here for the next couple minutes. Bro, are they just gonna go? Wow, 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 wow. All right, opening range. Opening range high 9975. The low, holy crap, bro. 578.75. Holy crap. Wow, are they not gonna build me a flag? They're just gonna go. Wow, wow, wow. That's kind of ridiculous. All right, let's see if we can't build out a flag here. This is like my setup right here. Like I said, wait for it to set up the 15-minute range. Wait for it to either put up a flag right below it or right above it and retest it. But we need a couple more candles here, bro. I can't play these like 2 candles, 2 to 4 candle retests. I need like a couple here to show me a flag looking thing. We don't need it to be perfect, but we can't be long and off of 1 candle. Wow, ES is lacking, bro. Are they? Oh, never mind. Well, kinda. They're still lacking a little bit. They didn't break the highs yet. I need like a ES chart. I feel like I want the Bitcoin chart so I can see the percent, but yeah, see, look at this. There's VWAP. But this isn't a flag, man. This is like range bound day. Fuck. I can't really touch these days, man. These days I get shafted if I try and touch them. Interesting. Right back to the middle of the range. Interesting. Yeah, I can't really, yeah, this opening range is interesting. I don't know if I can touch this. Yeah, I don't know. So we're gonna have to, I don't really have anything to play here. This is kind of scuffed. Back in the middle of the range. Chopping around at the same price as open. Like they're just stuck in the middle of this range right now. There's literally nothing you can like, I can do. There's not a single trade that looks good in here. because you don't have a good stop to the upside or the downside. Like your stops are way the hell up or way the hell down, and they're putting in 100-point candles, bro. 50-point candles. This is crazy. You gotta be careful. You're wrong in this market. You're wrong. How do I? What in the? Why does that keep getting deleted? Oh, well, here they go, back in the range. Back up. Oh, this is so scuffed. I don't know how to. They're still stuck in this 15-minute opening range, dude. This is just choppy, gross nastiness. All the way back down. Like, bro, what is this 100-point candle in a minute? This is insane. Sunday, okay. Interesting. 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 Back to the middle of the opening range. Dude, I can't touch this. I can't touch this. Yeah, dude, 100-point candles are not nice if you're wrong. Like I don't know if they put a flag in here, if it'd be worth trying to take it short in the middle of the range. I don't know if that's a good idea. So yeah, I mean maybe we end up with the short here, but it's looking a little meh. Straight back up. Like, bro, you can't touch this. You can't touch this or you're screwed. Just choppy, choppy, choppy. That's good. There's nothing to do here, man. Yeah, I can't touch a thing here. There's nothing good. It's just choppy range day right now. And I get blown up. I blow myself up so fast if I touch this market. I blow myself up so fast if I touch this market, I can't. I did it yesterday, bro. This is the same day as yesterday. I mean, we are in the coin flip zone. That is what we should call this, the coin flip zone. Yeah, he's right. I mean, he did it. He started with 10K. Now he's at 200. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Maybe they go up now, bro, but where's your stop, bro? That's 100-point stop. Ah, that's scary. I can't trade with 100-point stop. Yeah, we ain't got nothing to do right now. Well, maybe, I mean, yeah, maybe they try and get out of the 15-minute opening range here, but all right, let's see if we can get a little flag action here. Like, I'm down to take a trade here, but how much money do I need to trade minis? Please don't trade minis. Please don't. Oh, that's fucking good. I mean, this is looking good for the upside. Like, longs are in play here. Like, longs are in play. And once we break that up, we have targets of 87.75, 910, and the pivot all the way up there at 970, and then higher than that at 25,000. So we got a couple targets up there to look forward to. Let's see if we can get this flag looking thing here. Like this is starting to look really good. Like I'm getting a couple minutes out from an entry here. As long as they keep doing this. If they don't drop it out from the sky and they don't rip it right now, we'll be in. This is starting to look really good here. As long as they don't drop it out too hard, this is starting to look really good here. Man, this is starting to drop hard. Come on, you. Really? Are we just range bound today? Or is this going to wick back up here and give me a nice little entry? Man, I don't like this that much anymore. I might still try it through the 20s. I might still try it through the 20s if they try for that. Kind of want to. It's starting to look decent. I didn't like how the 3 minute closed. But basically back through the 20s, I'll try a long through the 880s minimum. 887 first TP. That's a big stop. That's a oof. It's a 80-point stop, bro. Oof. But yeah, back up above the 20s. I think we got longs in play. But we gotta go. Not down. Ugh. Bro, this is just rangy price action. Dude, right back in. Like, that's the thing. If I can keep myself patient like this and not touch these choppy days, I'll be good, bro. I'll be good. It's just the problem is when I trade these, I get short down there at the bottom, stopped out. Get long at the top, stopped out. Try long again, get stopped out. Try long again, get stopped out. Try long again, get stopped. Like every single one of those would have been me getting stopped out, and I would have been this account's gone after that many trades of that red going on tilt. This account's gone. Like that's my problem is I gotta stay out of these days. Yeah, you dummies. The only reason to copy trade is to spread out your risk because of the loss limits and because of the drawdowns and because of all the rules. Why would you need to spread out your risk on your personal accounts, bro? The only point is to help you with the prop firm rules. When you have a personal account, there is no rules. You can make all your money in one day, it doesn't matter. I thought they were going to try and go there. I thought there was going to be some type of setup, but nope. Nothing. Maybe I'll do that. I'll start the live, throw it up every day, so I have to look at it. Maybe set up a little bit of a checklist. I mean, yeah, that is true. Oh, dude, they're gonna break up, but they're not gonna give me a setup. And I can't trade this if there's no setup, bro. I'll lose my ass. Maybe not this time, but next time I will. And it's a bad habit that I need to get rid of. Like, we just need to only trade when we have a good little setup here. Yeah, he's right. This does look really good to the upside still, especially since they swept the lows. Holy crap. Ugh. Especially since they swept the lows this morning. Like, it's gonna be really hard to get long unless they give us a setup here. But it is looking good to the upside just because of that low sweep this morning. But then again, they also swept the highs ish. So we gotta watch out too. Man, what is that? I was gonna say, yeah. Kind of, yeah. I still think they have really good chances of going up. It's just a matter of when and will they give you a nice little entry at all. Because this chop zone is tough, bro. Every time I touch him, I get screwed. So I just gotta sit here and be patient. Maybe we get an entry, maybe we don't. Who knows? Um, Whoa. But I mean, upside still looks really good. I think they're gonna go up regardless. It's just I don't know if it's gonna give me an opportunity. But who knows? Maybe this thing will just drop the lows out for no reason. That's always possible. But they already swept the lows, so I think it looks solid to have a bit of a run up to the like 887, maybe the 950s, somewhere up there. Then turn back around, hit a bit of a retest, and then go back all the way up to the 25,000s. I think that's in play. We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, this is going to be hard to get an entry because this 15-minute opening range has been broken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times now. So I think they go up, but it's just, I don't know if I'll be able to capitalize. Might just be sitting here watching it. But we kind of just need to get out of this area for me to be able to enter something. I can't with these chop zones. Open, yeah, they're still just stuck. Maybe that, yeah, they might just try and run it. Let's see. Let's see if we can actually get out of this chop zone today. But yeah, it is very focused. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Gotta be focused in this game. If you ain't focused in this game, you're gonna get tossed on your ass. Are they gonna start to try and get out of here now? Or is it right back in? Because the problem is if they flag here now, it's still below those previous highs, and it could just be, I don't know. If it gives us a flag, we can play the break, because that means we have a stop, we have it, that I will, if they give it to me. But this might just flag way higher up, and it might, you still enter it. Up to the 87s, though, 887, that's a scary little level. I was gonna say, do they even stay out of the opening range now, or do they just run it right back? But like I said this morning, longs are still in play. As soon as they swept those lows and put that big bounce in there, longs are in play. I think up is the move for a good chunk of this day. 'Cause especially on the hourly, the hourly they look good to run up and sweep the 945 highs. 24,945. Those highs look juicy. And they filled that perfectly down to the 600s. This thing looks good to run at 25,000. That or they're going to the floor, just reversing this and dropping through this zone. Ooh, that'd be scary. That's a ways down there. Yeah, one candle flags are just not gonna do it for me. There's the 880, 887's just about. There it is. And yeah, they're at the 887's. Little denial up here into a flag type of deal. Just gotta be patient. We'll wait and see here, but might set up a good little long entry here. Ah, god damn. Fuck, I have some caffeine downstairs, but I don't know if I want to drink it or not. Yeah, that matches up with what I want to see. A little higher low on the 5 minute candle. A little bit of a wick action. Rip it right back to the upside. That's a bull flag right there. But they're just running it up, bro. They're just running it up right now. This is so hard to enter this chop zone and to just go out like, all right, yeah. These one candle flags, they're too small. I need a 3 minute flag. That's what I need. Which we definitely still could get one, but man, I wanted to see that near the opening range. It's such a big opening range, it's scary. I mean, what are we working with here on this range? 220 point opening, 15-minute opening range. That's insane. Dude, we're almost in a wow, we're almost in a 50 point tick on trade of 8. That's crazy. We're almost in a 50 point tick. Hey, they're moving today. They are moving today. Holy crap. 39 months straight of inflation above 3% with Biden. Trump is at 1 month over 3%. 39 versus 1. I mean, brother, he's doing what he said he was going to do. That's it. He said he whatever he said he was going to do, he doing it. All right, let's see this little retracement looking thing here. See if we can't get a little bit of a pullback for an entry. They finally broke out. Just looks good. Give us a little retest. Get running. 15-minute looks dialed. Whoa. Oh yeah, they're already almost up there. 945s, 940s. Wow, wow, wow. So maybe we could see a flag up here to get through these resistance levels. Flag below the 940. Come on, we're gonna need more than a 1 minute flag, bro. Give us more than a 1 minute flag here. This is dumb. If this, come on, bring it back down in here. Hang out at the 900s for a couple minutes. Maybe drop it down to the 880s. Put in a couple candles. Rip it. I'm in. Retest of the 87s. Maybe. Valid. All right, come on, give me a little bit of a flag here. But very good patience this morning. Yesterday it looked very similar, and I fucked myself yesterday. So yeah, good patience on today. If I can sit here and just watch the charts on these types of days, bro, we're dialed. We're so dialed. If I can keep this patience, not enter crap, I can print. But it's those bad days where it just 4 losses straight, 5 losses, accounts are gone. Yeah, why is Bitcoin up 5%? Holy crap. 60s, 69. Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's dropping good. All right, I like this little retracement here on the Nasdaq. Damn, they had a 50% pullback. Holy crap. Yeah, I want to see down in the 50s. Down in the 50s on Bitcoin, I might start buying. Looks good. They're ripping today, though. That's a, oh man, that's a deep pullback now. Ooh, I don't know about that. Back in, ooh. That's a, wow. 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 Okay, so this is really just not it today. That's a good retest on the higher time frames. But that 1 minute looks scary. That 3 minute looks scary. Even the 5 minute, that's a bearish engulfing candle right there. How do you try and get long after that? So is this just gonna like drop back into the opening range and just be a chop day entirely? Because that bearish engulfing is, ooh, that's scary. We got 5 more minutes on that 15-minute candle and it's looking like crazy rejection. Aye. Aye. Man. I mean, we know these days happen. These days are the ones that screw me entirely, so We know they happen. They're pretty consistent. Like it's not it's not like these don't happen. These are pretty consistent of the I don't know, I'd say 60 to 70% of the days look just like this. So, learning to be able to sit and not touch anything and not screw yourself because you're just entering to enter will be dialed. Because these happen frequent. And on the days that are good, I can make some money. These days, I cannot. I've got burned on these days too many times. I'm kind of sick of it. Because every time you get burned, it doesn't seem that bad, but then you realize you're out 2 to 3 weeks of progress. So how many 2 to 3 weeks am I gonna keep putting myself back before I realize, fuck this? What am I gonna learn? Bro's got 4.5 Bitcoin, and he's still trying to get more. Oh my! I wish. I wish. 350 grand. It'll go to 700. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, that 5 minutes scary. That 15 minutes scary. The hourly's kind of scary. We got 15 minutes left on that. Oh my. Oh my. If we don't close anywhere up from here in the next 15 minutes, this is not looking good on the day. Looks like we're going to be in Chop City today. I don't know though, because a long play from here, if they start breaking up, could be good. Retest the opening range, retest these highs. I don't know. Through the 60s, I think we take out those highs again, but it's just a matter of will you have a good stop? Probably not. Will it be a good entry? Probably not. I feel like it's kind of a gamble. Which, don't get me wrong, you could gamble, maybe make some money, that always happens. There it is. They're just dropping now, man. Just dropping. Chop Chop City, bro. That's why we can't touch this. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, well, extend that out. 15-minute opening range. Straight back down. Holy crap. But I can't be mad at today, man. Good patience. Good patience. We didn't get a setup. We didn't touch anything. We're looking good. I'm all right with that. $0 day is better than a red day. We were here. We participated. It would have happened if it happened. It's a good day. Good day to not be red. That's a good question. That's a good question. What? Man, right back into the down to VWAP, down to the last night close price, right back in the opening range. Man, Wow, right back up. Like, there's literally nothing you can do here in this range. Hourly looking scary. Got a big rejection wick on it. 6 minutes till close. 6.5. 15 closed with big rejection. This one's got a nice little bit of a wick on the bottom, but it's still in the middle of the range. That's hard. Bounce off VWAP, but I mean, this is a little bit of a flag, but man, that's hard to play that. And like, are we just going back up now? Is that it? Just back up to the top of the range? Is that what today is? I mean, this hourly's got 4 minutes to close, and it's starting to look better. It needs to close up there to make something happen the rest of this day. It's actually pretty good. I'm gonna experiment with something. I'm gonna unmute this and see if I get a copyright strike at the end of the day.
I got to figure it out, right? Like the last thing my brother would want me to do is sit around crying. He'd be out there being go, hey, You better get back out there. You better paddle out again, because you got the opportunity, right? And that's like the blessing that we have. Is the blessing is that we still have the story is not written all the way, right? It ain't over.
This is
yet.
crazy
So,
good
I
talk
think that's
right
true
between
with
these two
anything. You
guys.
gotta
This
keep
is
going.
very
No, that's
very
awesome.
good
And
to listen to.
I'll always tell people this, like, man, no one's coming to save you.
Nobody.
I don't care.
Yeah. Well, I think I mean you've experienced it, right? When you're at the top of the game, everybody wants to call. Everyone's calling you.
Yes.
Everyone's texting you.
Yep.
And then when things change, you find out who's your real friends real quick.
100%.
Because all of a sudden it's like, hey, that guy's not calling me no more. I wonder why. I guess he never was my real friend. So playing in the NFL, so obviously you played Georgia.
Yes.
You were like, they wrote documentaries about you and stories about your play there in college. How do you feel now about seeing college players making millions and millions of dollars? How does that feel?
You know what? I'm still trying to figure that out. Right now, I'm on the side like, I'm glad I didn't have to deal with it because I think I don't know how players are feeling, but maybe there could be a lack of motivation to want to go to the NFL.
Yeah. Well, why go to the NFL?
Like, why go to NFL? Like, I'm making $500,000, but the false reality of that is like that's not real money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to make it to the NFL to try to get to that second contract to make money that can change your life forever. Now, with this kind of money, that can change your life if you spend it the right way. But 9 times out of 10,
ain't nobody
spending the right way. You talking
about the first million is gone instantly. I made my first million. I looked at my bank account and said, "Where'd it go?" They go, "Oh, you pay taxes, you pay this, you bought a car." I'm like, okay, another million real quick.
Yeah. So, I mean, and I always had that in the back of my mind. So, like, I remember my first million. I screenshotted it and sent it to my brother. Like,
oh yeah. I got the screenshot. I got it.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Right. And I took some time. I did sit on it for a little bit. I didn't buy the good thing is I had some endorsement deals, so I didn't have to buy myself a car.
Yeah.
So I was just like, man, I'm gonna sit on it. Although I wanted to go buy some
ball out.
Yeah, ball out.
Everybody wants to.
But I'm like, I'm gonna take my time and try to strategically plan it. And I'm glad I did it because it's helping me to this day. Like I was able to make some investments, buy some properties. So those kind of things kind of helped me in the long run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's honorable, I guess, because I guess some guys they might be butthurt, like, oh yeah, it's bullshit. I can't believe they get paid. Well, I didn't get paid. So I like that you look at most.
Now, I mean, do I want some back pay? So there is some back pay coming, but it's not enough.
Yeah,
it's like each player is different depending on they like cut it off at a certain time frame. I think like the COVID year was like the initial cutoff or whatever. So like my back pay is like $50K, and I'm just like, dude, no, I need more than this. Yeah. So I am on that side of the ballpark where it's just like, listen, I want my money and I want what I was worth. You know what I'm saying? So there is
my money, I want it now.
There is two sides to the story.
Well, it's interesting to hear it from somebody who actually has played, right? Like, because everybody just hears it online, influencers and this people and the people sitting there behind a desk talking about it. And like I always say, it's like if you ain't actually done it, then you don't truly know.
But
right?
You know what? I appreciate it that these guys are getting paid because they also get to treat themselves as a business now. They also get to see the business side of things, let alone that they're getting paid and really making money off of their name. But they get to start learning how the business side of any business, right? It's just like, this is how you need to conduct yourself. This is how you need to handle things. This is how you need to orchestrate it. Now you get to see, now you get to understand how to build your team before you make it to the big leagues, right? Because sometimes it is hard not being paid. Everything's kind of taken care of, and then you jump into the big leagues.
Draft.
Now you got to figure out, man, all these other things, because it can get tough. It can get tough. So I'm glad they're getting paid off their likeness, but I also glad that they get to structure their life as a professional.
Makes sense. Kind of a good starting point.
Good starting point.
Like if you don't go to the draft, at least you got a little bit of nest egg to get kind of start a business, do something for yourself.
Yeah.
I like that.
I remember someone was telling me like, man, rookies are pulling up in all types of crazy cars now. Like, back when we're pulling, like guys are catching the team bus to practice.
Yeah.
Right. Because, people didn't really have, if you didn't get drafted high, you didn't get a signing bonus. So some guys didn't even have cars.
I guess from your experience in the league, did you feel like the guys who were like the more flashy, the guys who spent the money and did stupid stuff, did you feel like maybe they were less dedicated to the team. Like, because I feel like that is kind of the problem now with some of the draft guys, where you see them go lower because they have a very big personality in college. They're big on social media. They're into drama.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I'm a team owner, I'm like, I don't really want that player.
Yeah.
I'd rather get the guy who no one really knows about, who's going to put in the work.
I think there is yes. There's a fine line to it, right?
Yeah.
Because there are guys that are just trying to capitalize off their likeness, but then there's guys that are too invested in not keeping the main thing, which is football. So you have to try to read between the lines. I guess it's all predicated on someone's character, right? Who is this person when no one's watching? Obviously, we understand that this person want to be online. They want to be on social media, do their thing to make money. But is this what they're devoted to?
Yeah.
Then it can affect the play on the field. And there is guys that I see that I'm just like, ooh.
Don't do that.
From year 1 to year 2, like the receiver from Alabama, Ryan Williams, he got this little podcast and, do your thing, but also focus on football. His play has dropped.
Yeah.
And now he got to try to pick it back up. So there are instances, and just like you're saying, if I'm a GM or a team owner, I'm watching this stuff. I'm like, all right. Now, if you're a dude, like if you're just a guy that can just play, I don't care what you're doing. I need you on my football team.
Okay.
But if you're a guy that, I don't know which football player I'm going to get on which day, then we have to evaluate
That's a good point. It's kind of question. You're like, the guy that you see him in the gym every day, he ain't posting on social media, you're like, that guy, he's going to show up.
Yeah.
The other guy, you're like, I hope we get the footballer, not the influencer on Sunday.
Yeah. So it can give or take. And there's the guys that do the right things but just aren't good enough, right?
Yeah.
They do the right things. They work hard, but when I need them to make a big play, they probably can't make the big play. They're going to be in the right spot, but they probably can't make that game-winning play. So
I gotta ask you. I was watching some of the highlights, and dude, the stiff arm. That's got to be the best feeling in the world, right? You're going to a touchdown and just stiff arm somebody. Like,
it is.
Cool.
It's almost like
get down.
Yeah, like
get back.
But there's also another side. There's two sides to everything. You have to be careful because you don't want to get tackled by a stiff arm as well, because somebody grab your arm. But a stiff arm is a legit good feeling when you can pull one off.
Yeah,
100%.
I mean, I've been to obviously the games and just the noise, the energy. I mean, I cannot imagine what it feels like to run into the touch and to hold the ball,
running through someone.
Running through a wall of 300-pound men.
Yeah, like looking at a grown man and just being like, yeah. I don't know if I can use profanity.
Yeah, I was watching some of the, watching some of your plays, and it's remarkable. Like there's just the tiniest little hole, and you just head down and you threw it.
Yeah.
And you're like, how did he do that? And I'm sure the other players are like, how did he do that? How did he get through there?
And part of it is how the play is structured, but also I think the position running back, you got to be. I like to call it now, you got to be somewhat of a genius because your body and your mind have to be aligned to be able to see something and make it work.
Would you say that you are a scientist of the game? As like a player, did you feel like you really you knew kind of how people were going to move? You thought like that guy's going to move this way and he's going to move.
They're
here,
still just chopping, bro.
Like,
what is this price action, man?
Or is it kind of like this naturally?
The hourly close with a fat wick on it.
Now there
back
is a side
inside
where
the
I can
range.
watch film and see some tendencies.
I don't like
I
this.
used to, as a running back, I have this thing where running backs, I don't really believe they should do too much film work.
Okay.
Because it takes away their instincts.
Yeah.
Because a lot of stuff is reaction.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, I'm gonna react off of that, and I think that's what makes good running backs. Because all plays aren't perfect. And what makes a good running back is who can create when they don't look good.
You're creative with this. I would say it's more
if the shit is all jammed up. Can you make it happen? Yeah. Can you adjust? Because you don't want a robot. You don't want a guy that just can. The play's drawn this way, so you're always going that. Yeah. So there's different ways you can look at it.
I mean that's a good way to look at it, right? So some people might think that like players would be like a scientist aspect where you're just kind of looking at the odds of like, well, if I go here, someone's gonna be there, but like you said, as a running back, you have to be creative. It's almost like you're painting a picture.
Yep.
Hey,
I get to control what the defender's doing because he's trying to tackle me. So like, if I'm breaking a long run and the safety's coming down, I'm gonna act as if I'm running full speed this way, although I already know I'm about to cut back.
Okay.
But he doesn't know that, so he's running full speed, thinking he's about to tackle me.
I love that.
And you put your foot in the ground,
so epic.
and you get him.
Yeah. No, I mean it's so cool to hear from people like all the little insides of it because. You think differently. You watch the game, you watch what's going on. You're like, oh, I wonder what is actually like creative and what's actually like kind of a spur of the moment. You
Mm-hmm.
know, was that all?
Now there's times where I'll pull something off and I'll be like, I don't know how I just did that shit. Like,
Trust me, I do the same thing sometimes.
I don't know how I just did that. Or I'll see another guy at my position go in and they'll do something and I'm just like, damn, I don't know how I'm gonna top that.
Yeah.
Like, how can I go in there and compete with that? So
Okay.
it same thing I'm sure with trading. Not that have much knowledge on the trading aspect,
trade world, baby.
but it's a little bit of, you know, there's some talent, there's some strategicness, and there's a little bit of luck.
Well, that's like people always ask me with trading, because sometimes I'll take a trade and they're like, well, what'd you see? And I'm like, I don't really know what I saw. Like, I can't like put it into words, right? Like, so it's hard to like explain it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just the experience. Like you said, you had the experience and you kind of, you know, like, hey, what I can do to trick somebody out and do this. So it's like you're playing into that experience, and that's just being a football player for as long as you did. I mean, all those games, just growing up playing games, like you said, you loved it, right? When you first start out, there's no money, no one's paying you. You just go into the gym, working out with your friends, you're pushing each other. That's the same thing with trading. When you first start out trading, you're not making money.
Yeah.
Like, you're really not. Like, you're just grinding, and you're like, there's a point where you're like, why am I doing this? And all of a sudden it starts clicking, and you're like, okay, now it's working.
Now, would you say there's people that jumped into trading early and it's like they hit, you know what I'm saying? So
but
like
it would be, honestly, you know what it would be? It would be like the kids who go to a football camp and their parents are like, oh, he's going to the NFL 100%. And you're like, I mean, that's relax a little bit, you know, like, and the dad's like, hey, what? I want this kid. I want him doing all this. And you're like, I mean, he's 7. Let him have some fun. Like, this is a game of fun before it's a game of money.
Yep.
So yeah, it's the same thing with trading, right? When you're overconfident, when you just think that you're going to get rich overnight, that's when you lose everything.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, you got to keep everything in perspective. It's a long journey, and I think, you know, people see football players first pick of the NFL draft, like, wow, look, he made it. And it's like, they don't see the last 20 years.
Yep.
Of the late nights at the gym, the late nights getting yelled at by his coach because he didn't, you know, do something. It's like, it's a grind.
It's crazy because I remember being at practice in the NFL, and one of the coaches was just like, looked at us and was like, y'all wives think y'all out here just throwing the ball around, laughing, giggling and shit, and we out here cussing y'all out. And I'm just like, damn, that's actually reality. Like, we're in this position where we're grinding it out, and people only see the touchdowns. But Monday through Saturday, it's a grind.
I guess, you know, a good question as well is, how much would you say, like, obviously everybody like wants to say, oh, you know, the like, this player was the secret to that team winning. I mean, I think there's a lot more to it, right? One player does not make a championship team.
No.
Like, it takes the owner, everyone's got to come together and like believe in what you're doing, right?
It starts with ownership, you know, the ownership's philosophy.
Yeah.
Head coach, obviously you need some good coaches because there's just certain strategic things that can get called in a game, either plays or situations.
How to react.
You know, there needs to be a good coaching staff.
Yeah.
And then, you know, good players. You got to have some good players on your team. Now, I do think the quarterback position is a position that's like, if you don't have a quarterback, you're not winning. You're not winning anything.
But the quarterback is like, really, you know, he's the driver of the team. He's getting people lined up. He's like, all right, let's go. You know, so you need that.
So if the quarterback isn't confident or good, it's going to reflect on the team because no one else is going to have, you know, any confidence. But then, you know, everyone else, you need good players. But it's a team effort, right? So like when I was with the Patriots, we had the slogan, do your job.
Okay.
Right? And I thought it was one of the dopest things because if I just focus on my job, which is blocking player A, and you focus on your job blocking player B, and I'm not trying to block B, you're not trying to block A. If you just do your job, now we're technically just working as a collective team all the time. So who's responsible for this guy? Me. You're responsible for that guy, and there's no excuses. So now we can accomplish the goal together. Sometimes you get teams, you get players, you get coaches. Everyone's trying to do everyone's job. Like if you make a trade and you do something, I'm just like, no, what are you doing? But I'm not focusing on mine, and I missed an opportunity. Now we're really not a good team.
You heard that, D-Money?
You heard
that, D-Money? Stop looking at me.
Well,
so
I'm doing my job, D-Money.
there's times where, you know, people got to do their job so we can be a good team.
Yeah.
And I've been in locker rooms. Thankfully, a lot of locker rooms where guys can orchestrate as a team, you know, and then I've been in locker rooms where not so much, you know, you see some of the loose ends where it's like, ooh, this guy only cares for himself. he's blaming this person. Everyone's blaming each other, and it's just like, dude, do your job, be responsible for your job, and we will get it done.
I think that leads us to the next great point, right? As a trader, right, you're gonna have the ups and the downs. You're gonna lose money. You're gonna make money. So, like, I guess for you guys, like as a professional player, you're down in the first half.
Yeah.
You go into the locker room, like, what's the feeling? Like, how do you get turned back on to come back out and win?
You never look at the scoreboard. We always have the saying that no matter what the score is going in at halftime, it's 0-0.
Okay.
Right? And as long as there's time on the clock, I don't care what the score is.
Okay.
And this could be delusion.
Yeah.
It could be 21-0, and there's only 5 minutes left. And, at the end of the day, you just take one play at a time, and you just never know. Until the clock hits 0, then you're able to know the outcome of the game.
Well, hey, the great thing about trading is the clock, it don't hit 0 until you go. So you good, right? Like the clock is going forever.
Yeah, as long as you got a clock, as long as you got some time, you got a chance.
Spoken like a true champion, my friends. I mean, that is literally the biggest issue is trading, right? You get so down on yourself, and then you start making bad choices. So I think the same thing happens with players, right? Let's say you have one bad game. What do you do the next day?
Yep.
You go back to the gym, or you go out at night and party all night and end up in a jail cell because you did something stupid.
You keep at it.
Yeah.
Same thing with winning. You win, you get back to it.
Well, then I guess the other way that you got to ask yourself is, what do you do after you win?
Same thing.
Is it the same thing?
24-hour rule.
Yeah.
You got 24 hours to celebrate it.
Okay.
And after 24 hours, on to the next opponent. We're not even focused on our wins. Yeah, we can.
If you guys played Sunday night and you won the game,
that's not a bad little philosophy to take up.
So we go and watch film on
24
Monday.
hours.
Tuesday
That's all you got
Wednesday,
to think about your previous big win, big loss. Doesn't matter what it was.
That's your day off.
Especially for trading, because you can dwell.
Right, let's get ready. You're prepping for.
Yeah, you can sit there. Ooh, now that I think about it, you can sit there and dwell on a losing trade for weeks. Especially if it's a bad one, you blow up your accounts pretty good, or you blow up a couple or something really stupid, you could be thinking about that for weeks, and that's not a good thing. So 24 hours should be the max. Even on those big win days, bro, you can celebrate them for too long, and then you get into this hot streak in your head, and then you start, like, something changes. So 24 hours is all you need. 24 hours,
in that mindset,
then it's gone.
Right,
back to where you are.
Now let's flip the page.
Nothing crazy.
Right. Yep.
What when you won this first Super Bowl? What was that feeling like? I mean, that's the as a football player, there's no greater accomplishment, right?
Yeah. That's top of the top. Like you talking about, as a kid, we play this game to win.
Yeah.
Right. And to win, like it's hard. Right. You got to put in the work. The first Super Bowl, man, it was a blessing. Obviously, I got a big opportunity to play with some incredible players. I was able to play in that game as a rookie.
Yeah.
I scored the only touchdown.
I was telling people earlier, like
game.
that's crazy because it was two field goals and then you ran it in right there. We were watching that play earlier.
And that's people call it the boring Super Bowl, but for me it was a blessing. I loved it. It was exciting.
Yeah. So you're lining up. You're right on the goal line there. You run behind Tom, or no? Was that you? You're behind, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm in the
right
back.
there. Yep.
I got a fullback in front of me. We run like a lead play.
Yeah.
And I'm so and there's some nerves.
Yeah, like I mean, because it's you. It's coming to you, right?
There's nerves, but one thing I've learned, which I think it kind of benefited me in a way, was like, man, trying to keep my heart rate down. Like,
okay. Like you're aware of it.
Yes. Treat every play, no matter what game it is, as the same. Hey, you got to execute it. But for some reason, this play was like a big play for me. So I'm like falling, going into the end zone because I thought someone was going to tackle me, which I really didn't need to fall. But it was
you got in there, baby.
Yeah, it was an exciting play, and I couldn't believe it. So the whole time I'm thinking, it's just like, damn, I just scored the touchdown, and I'm just squeezing the ball while one of the center, David Andrews, he's kind of like, let's go. And I'm like holding the ball, and someone's telling me like, yo, you need to keep that ball. Keep the ball. Because most guys would take the ball and throw it into the stands. Then I got to pay a bunch of money to get it back. But, yeah, I got the ball to this day, so I'm thankful that I was aware of the ball. Yeah.
So insane, dude. So insane. I mean, that's
and
once
that
in
was
a lifetime.
That was a representation of like hard work pays off.
Yeah.
Man, you talk about one of
that would be your what, first year?
My first year.
Okay.
So for me, that's going from. So I came from college. We played 12 games in college.
Yeah.
And 12 games to go into 16, 17, 18 games, right? Playoffs. So that's a long season. Yeah, that's it. That's what you work hard for, man. That thing right there.
Did you I guess at the beginning of the season, at what point do you guys as a team you're feeling pretty good that you got a chance to go Super Bowl? Does it until you're there kind of thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
At one point,
you got to do obviously the conference and all that.
Yeah, because we were losing games too. It's not like we had a perfect season going on.
Oh,
so
thing's heavy.
At one point I asked one of my teammates. I was just like, "Yo, are we Super Bowl? Are we good enough to go to the Super Bowl? I know the Patriots been going to the Super Bowl a lot, but how does it work? We've been losing a couple games in a row. Are we even good?" And he looked at me like, "Dude, yes, anything can happen." Yeah. I'm just like, all right, whatever. And then each playoff game we win. All right, next one I'm just like, oh, maybe we might lose, and if we lose, we go home. We won, and then we got to the AFC Championship game, which was a super close game. We played Kansas City Chiefs. We ended up winning that one, and that's when I was just like, oh, this is real. We're going to the Super Bowl, and it's so crazy. Although we won that game to go to the Super Bowl, the next day in meetings, coach was on our ass. It was as if we lost. And I was just like, damn, this is part of the grind and the journey. You got to stay locked in.
Job not finished.
And all the players were just like, job not finished. Don't get too excited. This isn't good enough. We need to finish this next one. Yeah. And that's when, after we finished, I understood what it takes to just, keep your head down and work.
I have a fishing team. It's funny. You like fishing?
I've actually never been.
Dude, we gotta get.
We gotta go
fishing. We gotta go. Some sailfish. No, it's fun. It's a good time. I got a boat. We go out there. But I have a fishing team. We do sailfishing, marlin. We just Costa Rica. We travel all over the world fishing professionally. It sounds funny, but these fishing tournaments, they pay out millions of dollars. And Michael Jordan does them. A bunch of the big golfers have boats and stuff. And it's the same thing. The tournaments are normally 1 to 3 days. And you can't win the tournament on day one. Yeah. And you can't win it. It's it's until that last 5 minutes. Even then, somebody could catch more fish in the last 5 minutes, and you can go from 0 to hero in 5 minutes. So it's the same thing where you're sitting there, you got $1 million on the line, and you're like, come on, please, baby, please, baby, let me get one more fish. And it's hard because again, it's I think we won the championship, right? So we have these jackets, so you get, and if you win the whole series, and we won that the first year as a rookies. Our first year as a team, we won that, and everybody was kind of yeah, they got lucky. And I'm like, did we get lucky? We showed up every tournament. We won. We did what we needed to do. So it's maybe there was a little bit of luck, but I think there was a lot of belief. I actually it's so funny. I had a hoodie, and on the back of the hoodie it said, "Cash and checks, breaking necks." And we wore that to the first first tournament meeting, and we had never won anything. So everyone's like, "What are you wearing?" I'm like, "Dude, we're going cash and checks this weekend." And we ended up winning $300 grand that weekend. So it was funny because I kind of just believed it, and it became a thing. And now it's hard because, once you win, what else is there, right? Yeah. So getting second place is and I hate it because people are like, "Oh, you did pretty good." Yeah, but we didn't win. Who cares about doing pretty good? Getting seventh place ain't good.
It ain't good enough.
So I guess what would I guess do you feel the same way? It's just once 100%. You get to the top, it's nothing else is gonna be the same.
We gotta get to we gotta finish it.
Yeah.
Because it's almost because I've been in the situation in college. We went all the way to the national championship.
I'll be back in a second.
And I thought in my head and the crazy part in that I learned that year was, and that was the hardest year I've worked in my life. And we didn't win. I was like, damn. No matter how hard you work, there's no guarantees. We're basically chasing something that isn't guaranteed. And I think that's what makes people that are great, right? That they love chasing things that aren't guaranteed, and they just believe yo. So, you get to a point where if you don't win the ultimate prize or you don't get to where you wanted to go, it's not good enough, right? And the crazy,
it's not that it's not good enough. It's just you have high. You expect the best, right?
100%.
So everyone else, hey, it's okay. You almost made it, but you're yeah, but I'm not training to almost make it.
Almost make it. I'm
not working out every day of my life.
I said, we play this game to win. Man, what you expect? I expect to win. I don't care who we got, what we doing. If we're here to try to win. We're not here to get a participation trophy. We're not here to just show up.
Like, I gotta get you to come before one of the fish tournaments and tell the guys.
Like, let's go.
The other day we won one of the tournaments. Well, we didn't win. We had a tournament. We didn't do very well, and one of the guys, he goes, "Oh man, we still had a pretty good day." I looked at him and said, "We had a pretty good day. What was pretty good about it?" He goes, "Oh, we caught a couple fish." I'm like, "Yeah, we didn't fucking win." I'm like, "You got paid because you get paid no matter what." But like, I didn't make no money today.
Yeah.
Like, if we didn't make no money, then what the fuck are we here for?
Yep.
So,
that's true.
I mean, hey, it's just expectations, right? But I also I put the right people in the right place. I've invested a lot of money, a lot of effort, my own time to get to that point. It didn't happen overnight. I didn't
100%.
expect that we're just gonna win right out of the gate, but we did, and now it's now we got to.
Yeah, and I think it's the same thing, right? People look at my journey and my career and they're like, "Man, you've done it since 8th grade," which is like, dude, that's hard. Like, to consistently do it.
Yeah.
Like, I had to go through injuries. I had to go through, the criticism, the coach's criticism, the fans' criticism. I had to go through self-doubt, you know what I'm saying? But keeping my confidence high and still trying to perform for, what I believe in and still trying to compete at the highest level. So it's all about going through that journey and keeping the standard, man. Like, I say it all the time, like, the standard is the standard and nothing should compromise the standard,
Amen.
And whatever we go into, it's just like, and we can celebrate after. Like, after we win this and after we accomplish what we set out to accomplish, we can go celebrate. Let's go celebrate.
I always say, too, I'm like, the way I look at it is like, I'm writing my story, right?
Yes.
So it's like every time I don't win, every day that I don't accomplish what I want, like, that's the story is just like, it's getting written, and I only have so many pages in this book.
Yep.
So when I die, I'm going to look back and be like, man, I want to make sure I gave it hell.
Yes.
And every time I did something, I went all in on it. And I think that's like trading, right? Trading, like, you're either all in or you're not. I have guys that hit me up like, hey, I want to start trading. I'm like, well, don't ask me about it.
Right.
That'd be like someone hitting you up and go, hey, I want to start playing football. You'd be like,
yeah, go
play football. Like, what do you want me to do about it? Like, you gotta go do it.
Yeah.
Like, and that's trading. That's anything in life.
And and it's so crazy. It was a conversation I was having. There's no blueprint, right?
Yeah.
We can act like there's a blueprint, but all our journeys are different.
Yeah, someone can't just look at your story and be like, okay, I'll just do exactly what he did.
He did. And it's like, yes, you can, and it probably would be beneficial, but you're probably gonna have to do more now.
Yeah.
Times has changed.
Well, because it's like the mentality, right? Like the way you were wired when you were in 8th grade versus another 8th grader. It's like everyone kind of receives criticism differently. Everybody kind of feeds off different way. I feed off the hate.
Down to
People say,
VWAP,
oh,
man.
Patrick, he can't do it. I'm
Like I said,
that side that want to prove
we
it.
don't leave that
baby.
15-minute
Like,
opening
I wanna be
range.
the most hated. People always get so mad. Like,
Just
oh, Patrick,
don't
everyone hates you.
fucking
I'm like,
trade it, bro.
Because they ain't me.
Yep.
You
know,
can't
I'm not
fucking
gonna-
trade it if they don't leave this goddamn
What do you
range.
do?
Look
I
at
mean,
it.
You said the critics. I mean,
They're
at
back
what
in
point
it.
Do you just go, hey, I'm playing the game and you guys are watching?
God.
And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Shit, nothing's
The
happening
critics,
today.
It's what keeps the joy of whatever you're doing. Because at the end of the day,
If they keep breaking back in that opening range, don't touch it.
Yeah,
in a way. Because here's the thing, I haven't met a fan
Don't
that
touch
was
it.
online,
Don't
that
touch
said
it.
some shit, and then see me in person and said the same shit. They always like, "Hey man, let me get a picture."
Never.
Big fan.
Never.
And it's just like, where's the people? Where's the Twitter fingers? Yeah. So that's why I do appreciate some of the. I hate it, but I appreciate some of the negativity because it's like, man, this is. I see you, and it keeps me going, and I'm gonna prove you wrong.
I got a photographic fucking memory too, dude. I
Yes.
see these comments online. And
I
then
see
I
everything.
See people in real life, and I'm like, hey, I know you. They're like, what? I'm like, no, I know who you are. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, you commented on my Instagram saying I was fat. What up? Here I am. You want to say something? They're like, whoa, I was just kidding. I'm like, exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone's just kidding online until they get called out in real life.
Nah,
That's hilarious. No, I think that's funny because, like you said, I got a million people that follow me, and then I've never in real life have I ever met somebody who talk shit.
Yeah.
They're always like, hey, Patrick, can I come to the BDH? Hey, Patrick. Hey,
They
Patrick. And I'm like, hey, the amount of dudes in my DMs trying to hang out with me is crazy. It's crazy.
Hey, they appreciate what you do, which is a good thing. That means they're like, yo, I love what this dude got going on.
Oh, that's good.
I'm mad I ain't got it. I'm mad it ain't me. So let me say some shit to try to fuck up
only so many
mess
people
up
can win
his
the Super
day.
Bowl a year. You
100%.
know, and it's
Only
there's
one-
a lot of people that don't win.
Only one person. It's 32 teams. 31 teams are gonna be upset.
That's
And
it.
I hate for the team to actually make it and don't win. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, that sucks. Like, I don't know if I want to be a seat at the table,
Yeah.
but I want to eat. Like I can't. I hate. I've been in that position.
Well, I guess
making it and not winning it is like.
What was, I guess, when you went to the Rams, what was that? Did you kind of like have a chip on your shoulder, like you wanted to kind of prove people, like how does that feel?
So, yeah, I think at that time in my career I wanted to change.
Yeah.
So it ended up happening. It was like a mutual thing where
all right, well, I think I'm basically done for the day.
It worked out.
This
And
dog ass price action.
I went to a team where I noticed
poop.
they were at the time Rams.
I'm
were
just
kinda
gonna hang
like
out until they
offense.
do something.
Yeah,
So
it's like, okay.
I'm gonna end the
And I
stream
knew I
here. I
had
got
to
nothing
kinda,
going
like,
on. Maybe we'll go
kinda
live if
gain
it starts
some
setting up
respect.
nice
Like,
again. But
people respect me. 'Cause
I'm
I
out of
won,
here.
but
Peace.